and I've made it. But it doesn't look as though Ralph has, unfortunately. But yeah, I've literally just got back from Goodwood Festival Speed, and I am absolutely pooped. Hopefully, I'm gonna, fill it in while Ralph comes to the stage, or not. He could have had medical emergency. You never know. But wow, Goodwood Festival Speed was amazing, really amazing. The weather was great. And there was a brand new manufacturer that I've not seen before. I have to get the pronunciation right. Someone said it looks like wonky. It's Huangqi or Huangqi. Hang on. I don't know. Has anyone else heard of this brand before? Let me find the name again. Somewhere about. But yeah, there was basically this new unveiling of this brand, this premium Chinese brand. They did look very Chinese, these particular EVs, if you know what I mean. And you'll find out when you watch the video that I'm going to be putting out. I'll try and put it out. Depends on how it goes tomorrow. Or I might put it out Saturday, but it'll be just an overview of the EVs at Goodwood Festival of Speed. And I'll tell you what, there were some amazing concept cars there. If you check out my Instagram and Facebook, there's a couple on there. The MG concept car, wow. The Polestar, which was amazing. The Genesis concept car there. There was some amazing vehicles there. And we bumped into, well, thanks to Moggy from Electric Classic Cars, he gave us a ticket for today. So massive thanks to Moggy and his team. So I went to go and see him, saw Bug Zapper in the metal with its new wrap. So if you haven't watched that video with Electric Classic Cars, check that out. What else was there? There was an amazing Porsche there, actually. Don't want to give it too much away. But yeah, Festival of Speed, there was an amazing Porsche. It was from Denmark. It had a Felton EV conversion kit. So it's a Porsche 911, I think 964, amazing, yeah, Felton EV conversion kit. However, they'd modified it. They changed where the cooling was and they put it to the front. And what was really amazing about this Porsche 911, not the fact that it was actually more expensive than the Everati, which is £250,000, but I can't remember how much he said, but it was definitely more, was the fact that they were doing loads of repurposing on it, loads of recycling, upcycling. So the glass had been from a second-hand vehicle, the seats were from another vehicle. So it was really, really cool to see that. I'll be completely honest, I didn't actually get to see much of the track. I did hear a lot of the track, but I was too busy trying to get as much content as possible I was probably in by about 10:30 and left by 3:30. So yeah, about 5 hours. So yeah, it was a great event. So look out for that video either tomorrow evening or Saturday. I'm not even sure. I've messaged Ralph and I don't know if he said he was coming on. So I'm not sure if he's delayed or what have you, but has anybody got any questions about Festival of Speed today, other than the fact it was beautiful weather? If anyone's going to ask about the weather, be very British about things. As I sip on my very well-earned cool lager, because I must admit it was, yeah. You go past all the bars in Goodwood Festival of Speed, and you go past at 10:30, think, oh, that might be a good idea. But I held. I didn't have a drink at all, obviously because I was driving. But you know what it's like. If you have a drink, you just slow right down. So I wanted to get as much content as possible. But going back to that brand new Chinese brand, I must find the photo. Because Fully Charged were there. The female, very attractive presenter. I can't remember her name. Sorry. And Dan Caesar was there as well. So it was obviously a bit of a big thing. I got chatting to the What Car guy. So all the press were there. Oh, here we go. I'm sure it's here. So here we go. Honky. You see that? Obviously, it's a bit long way around. Honky. I think I managed to get the right pronunciation. An amazing thing as well. When I was at the Electric Classic Car stand, I bumped into this guy. and that is Marco. And Marco is doing, you might know, you might have heard of him. He's from Germany, sort of Munich area, and he's got a Nissan Skyline GTR EV conversion. Some people might be a bit upset with him. Double over, because not only has he done it to a GTR, but also the fact he's put a Hyper 9 in it with not a massive battery. But as he said himself, he wanted just to, I'll tell you about that in a minute, mate. He wanted just to kind of keep it simple to start with, which is a great idea. If you're starting out, I mean, you've got an amazing car like a Nissan Skyline R32 GTR. You know, obviously you want to put some dirty motor in there and decent battery pack, and it to be as amazing, if not more amazing, than the petrol version, if that's possible. I don't know, because maybe one doesn't exist yet. I know that there is one in America, American spec. So yeah, he thought he'd start out with the Hyper 9, which is fair enough. Did Electric Classic Cars Bug Zapper take to the track? No, I spoke to Moggy, and apparently they didn't want it up on the hill climb. I can't remember why, but he did tell me, inside scoop here, guys, is the fact that he's going to be at Bug Jam doing quarter miles and show and shine. On the Friday and Saturday, he'll be, so Santa Pod, where we're having the EV drag meet this Sunday. So if you haven't got your tickets, grab a ticket. If you want to do some runs, you need to book your tickets prior. It's about 55 quid. I'll be up there with Rusty, and we've got at least another 5, maybe 6 plus EVs, certainly 5 confirmed. But yeah, he's going to be at Bug Jam, which is in, I think it's about 2 weeks' time. I think it's the end of this month. If anyone's not heard of Bug Jam before, it's like a massive VW, mainly VW, but like VAG event, and it's huge. And there's some amazing music there. So like all sorts, like drum and bass and like classic stuff, silent disco, loads of dragging, obviously. There's just everything. It's a really good event. I went with my mate Stu, who took the engine out of the TVR a few years ago now. I think it was pre-COVID, and it pissed it down the whole time. But you know, doesn't matter if it rains. You know, you gotta suck it up. It's one of those things. But yeah, it's a really good event. So if anybody wants to go and see it, I might go down on Friday if I've got time. Financing allowing, and family and all the rest of it. But if anybody wants to go on the Friday or Saturday, I think I'm available. So anybody who wants to go to that, give me a shout. I might even grab a ticket Friday, take the Alpha up and put a VW badge on, camp overnight. The cogs are going. So yeah, that was the Goodwood experience. They're really exciting. Yang Wang were there. Yes, Yang Wang. And I didn't realize until I listened to the Fully Charged podcast that the U8 and the U9 on the Yang Wang. So the U8 is the big, massive SUV G-body thing, which kind of turns on itself. Is a hybrid. Although it's kind of a hybrid. It's like it's got a petrol engine, but it charges the battery. It's not connected to the wheels, which I didn't know. But the U9, I got to sit in the Yang Wang U9. Made my day. Unfortunately, I didn't see it go up the hill climb. So I'm going to jump on YouTube and I'll whack that in the video that I do on Goodwood that I'm there. So that was amazing. What else? My cat is meowing at the window, and I don't want to let her in because otherwise she's going to start having a fight with the... where is she? She's behind the plant. She's camouflaged. You see her. She'll start fighting with Rebel, who's under my feet, and no one wants to see that. Looks like an amazing thing. Shame about the name, though, eh? Do you know what? It's actually growing on me. I actually quite like the Yang Wang name just because it's so ridiculous. I think I'll just probably, if it has got Yang Wang written on it, I think I might just take the Yang off and just leave it as Wang. Yeah, I got a Wang. I think a Wang. I think it's the double barrel which spoils it. I think just a Wang. I got a Wang, and then the mind boggles. Or as Johnny Smith, I think, said in the Sniff and Smith podcast with Mr. Porter, You know, you just say, "Oh, I've got the U9." You know, obviously no one will have a clue what you're talking about. Actually, sorry, that was behind the looking glass. I very much listened to many podcasts down to Goodwood Festival of Speed after 4 hours. So yeah, kind of nightmare. What else was there? So the MG, I've not put it on my socials yet. Exactly, the SsangYong. Yang Wang SsangYong, same, but different, as they say in Thailand. There was an MG, you know, you got the MG Cybster, the convertible. There was also the MG Coupe. That looked amazing. I've got, in fact, yeah, I've got a picture on here. I will share it on the socials, but I never know when to put stuff on the socials sometimes because of, you know, but yeah, it looked pretty smart, as you can see. That color was really nice. It's like a greeny blue color. It was a concept, but I think they should definitely do it. It does look really cool. What else we got? The MG, if you haven't seen it on the socials already. Look at those wheels. It's like something from Button Moon, isn't it? I'm thinking that people remember that, but that's the MG. So I've literally just got down, otherwise I'd download them and show them properly. So that was the MG concept. Let's see what else we could find. If you've not seen it yet, this was Bug Zapper with its massive wing. I don't think the wing was on it on the YouTube episode. So that was good to see. Nearly got taken out by that a few times. Yeah, I mean, there was so much to see. I'll try and find some more stuff. Oh, yeah, here we go. So the Genesis GV60, what they call it, the Magma. This reminds me of say Wayne's World. Then that's not right. Austin Powers. Yeah, the Magma, and they had a Magma. You can't really tell on here, but the spoiler and the rear diffuser looks pretty gnarly. I don't usually use that word, but it just seems to fit. Look at that though. Wow. Genesis really hit it out the park with their concept. It looked, oh, that's me. Yeah, look at that. They're just properly ripping off Bentley, right? Massively. Honestly, this thing though, a little video. This was the Polestar. Honestly, this blew me away. This was absolutely gorgeous. It really, really was. God, this is quite good, isn't it? Like live, live footage, kind of live footage of today. But look at it. It is the nuts. Look at that. It is properly sick. Dodgy camera work there. You see how gorgeous it was. It was like 23 degrees there. What else was there? Renault 5 was there. I got to saw the Ford Capri. I think it was so it was dividing the crowd somewhat. It looks a bit like a blancmange from the front, if I'm being completely honest. But the inside is really nice, actually. To be fair to it, the rear looks all right, but the front, it just looks so bland, so unstyled. But I mean, the back, that doesn't look awful. But yeah, I mean, I don't think you can really take the Capri name and put it into an SUV, can you? Oh, sorry, there are loads of people talking here. Sorry. What have scissor doors? Sorry. The Yang Wang does. The Wang U9. Wang U9. Sounds dodgy, doesn't it? I can't remember how to spell that. I don't think so. Manufacturers finally discovered a car doesn't have to be an SUV. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the Capri. And do you know what they were giving away? Capri Suns, which was much needed actually, because I didn't really want to spend £5 for a water. I managed to get a few freebie waters, just so tight. Too many tightness. But yeah, I got done by a camera on the way out, I think. Safety camera. I was doing about 37, talking to my good lady. That'll be 6 points, I think. It's definitely got me. Probably get me like come back to me about 3 months. Be nice to have a safety thing instead, but What else was there? Just trying to think. There was some Essex guy that was behind me, and I made a comment, and he looked at me like I was me, I suppose, just bananas. So that was nice. I can't remember his name. Don't really matter. Joey Essex. Was it Joey Essex? No, it's the one that reminds me of Joey Essex. What else was there? Yeah, I can't remember because I videoed the rest of it. I only took like the specific stuff on the mobile. And it doesn't look like Ralph is coming on at all. But has anybody got, oh, we've got another one here. The MG GT thing. Let me find that picture for you again, because there was, look at that. It's like single seater thing. It did look epic, but yeah, I mean, just single seater jobby. Yeah, it was really, really cool. There was the Moke there, an electric Moke. Apparently, oh, there we go. Apparently there was a Cybertruck there, but I couldn't find it. Moggy said, "Oh, Cybertruck's over there." Oh yeah, the Tamiya electric car was there. Yeah, I couldn't find the Cybertruck. I mean, you know, there's so much content out there about the Cybertruck. I did want to see it myself, and that's how I come across that new brand where they're doing this this launch of it. But I don't see it doing well. And what I really took from Goodwood Festival of Speed, and I kind of summarized on the video, but make sure you please watch the video still, because there's obviously more content in there, is the fact that the Tesla weren't there. There were loads of Teslas in parking, but there were no Xiaomi. Okay. No, I don't think there was any Xiaomi. The other Chinese brand, Moda, was there. Moda? It's the same company organization that owns that Skywell car that I drove, which I'll be bringing out the video at some point. What was I saying? Yeah, the overriding factor at that show was the fact that legacy brands, there wasn't that many there, but I tell you what, the Chinese and the Koreans, the amount of money that they spent there, unbelievable. So I think they have very much landed the Chinese and, you know, the Korean, you know, Genesis. And I don't remember seeing Hyundai or Kia there, just Genesis actually. Thinking about it, no, I don't remember there being, unless I missed it. Everyone was running around like a headless chicken. But massive presence of the Chinese there. It just goes to show that they are, you know, they are taking everything very seriously, spending a lot of money. Obviously BYD there as well. And yeah, it's the way of things to come. But, you know, the negatives are, do they have the dealer network? Are you going to think, okay, I'll buy that electric car chopped from China, but okay, I need a part for it. Are you going to be able to get the part? Is someone actually going to be able to fit the part? So, you know, the key thing for them is dealer network. MG have obviously landed on their feet there because they've already got it out there. So I see that doing really well still, and then just progressing with what they've got. And the and price, I don't think they're cheap enough yet. Although saying that, the BYD Dolphin, which I'm still waiting for a test drive for the Dolphin, because it's $269 a month, is exceptionally cheap. I'm still waiting for Stratstone to come back to me. I think I'll just pretend not to be media and just go in and drive it. So yeah, just as a wrap up of what's going on with Chargeheads at the moment. So we've got the video content coming from Goodwood. Sunday we've got the drag meet at Santa Pod. I'm going to get that on Wednesday, I would say. And on Thursday I'm going away, so there won't be a live next week. And then the following week I've got Tom Stacey on, who's the Tesla man. And then we have got the next video after that will be, what will it be? There's so much video content that I've got that I need to edit still. So Tesla Model 3 performance, comparing that to the Ioniq 5N, because I've driven both now. Really, really amazing cars. And then we've also got Skywell review of that, which I drove before the EV rally. And I've got so much more to do on the Tesla in terms of videos. I did go to go and fit the suspension on the Tesla Model 3 the suspension that I've got, the unplugged performance, but I've decided that it looks like it's probably not going to be, it's going to be a bit too firm for what I want. I want something a bit more compliant. So I've whacked those on eBay, and I've also put my camber arms on eBay as well. So check that out. I've also got some cable ramps on eBay as well. So if you find my, it's Timar 001, capital T, IMMA 001. If you're looking for me on eBay. So they're all up for sale because I still haven't got a job yet. So I'll be definitely needing a bit of cash coming in soon. So any donations and that sort of thing, more than welcome, please. I think you can give. I think Zoe's done that a couple of times on the live or any of the, you know, on the videos. If you can, great. If not, not the end of the world, obviously. But I've also got a kind of an update on the TVR. But I went to, when I did see Ralph, it was, you know, he gave us an update of what he's doing. It sounds like, glad he's not here, in a way. But it sounds like it might be MOT'd in a few weeks, which sounds fairly promising. So it sounds like they're doing, when I spoke to him, he was doing the wiring for the low voltage stuff. So it could be ready for the Indian summer, like he said last year. So that would be nice, which would be good. And hopefully I'll have a job offer in the next couple of weeks. There's quite a bit bubbling going on, which is very exciting. But yeah, oh, what was that? A BYD garage has popped up in Lincoln. See, there we go. Stratstone dealer group, Pendragon have taken over. It's not owned by Pendragon anymore. Can't remember who they're owned by. Carfest, I hear, is going to be quite good if people are in that vicinity. I think more Moggy's going to be down there. Felton are going to be down there. EV Cafe are going to be there. So that should be quite a good event. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make it or not. I did originally want to, but yeah, time and money and all the rest of it. But yeah, I still need to do a video on the drifting on the Tesla, and a bit of a silver lining of another cloud. Clive, after we went to drive the M3P, the Ioniq 5N, he had a blowout, unfortunately, on the way home, and I rescued him. And he's very, very kindly, thank you, Clive, donated a couple of his tyres. So I've got a couple of spare tyres. So it's perfect timing to test the drift mode in a Tesla. Now I just need to find somewhere safe that I'm not going to incur any points or slaps on wrists. Where's that one? Carfest. That is in, it's kind of Winchester way. It's the one that Chris Evans does. I was there last year with Vital EV, who I used to work for. Did an off-grid setup. So we had 250 kilowatt hour second life battery packs from Zenobē, and they were powering 3 DC Kempower dual port chargers, which was rather good. Although it was only a showpiece, and unfortunately it was a bit of, green lighting, gas lighting, can't remember what it is now, for BP Pulse, because they're trying to make themselves look green, which they're clearly not. It's interesting, actually. Electric Avenue is supposed to be sponsored by BP Pulse, I thought, but I didn't see any BP Pulse regalia there. But it's very much clearly on the program. So yeah, the Carfest is going on. What else is going on? I don't know of any other EV events other than Fully Charged, obviously, in Farnborough, which I think, is it October? I can't remember. Is anyone going to that? I'm just thinking that it would be good to have another meet. I don't know when to have it, but I mean, this drag meet on Sunday is going to be pretty good. I want to do those sort of meets. In fact, I bumped into someone, I don't know if anybody knows this event, but there was an event called Audi's in the Park, sort of Northamptonshire based. And I used to work with the guy that organised it, Calvin. He was the parts guy in Northampton Audi, and he created this amazing event. And he said that there's a really good kind of caffeine and machine style place in Weedon in Northamptonshire, which is very convenient for me. Hopefully it's convenient for other people as well, but I thought that might be a good place to meet. So something that's a bit different from caffeine and machine, but still kind of car orientated. What we got here? I'll go to Fully Charged Farnborough. Yeah, no, exactly. Problem is, with the fully charged stuff now, they always used to have the latest electric cars there. And bear in mind, fully charged were at that press launch of that new Chinese car. I'm not sure that fully charged is as cutting edge. You know, what electric car companies or cars are going to be out there? I'm not sure. Obviously, you can drive cars there, and there's latest technology, but they seem to have lost a bit of the fizz that they had. I don't know if fizz is the right word. Fizz. But yeah, I think my kind of aim now, and I really could do with some support. You know, if anyone can give it, whether that's sponsorship or even just support from helping with events and stuff, I really want to do a more exciting EV event, a bit like the Run What You Brung. But it doesn't necessarily not have to involve ICE cars, because I think my viewpoint is I don't want to isolate EVs in the car scene. I want it to be, okay, you know, this is a car event, and oh yeah, there's electric cars there as well. That's why I've been jumping onto petrolhead events where EVs can show off what they can do, or you know, whether it's dragging or drift and stuff like that. So I'm really up for maybe creating an event, or just jumping on the back of a load of other events where EVs can show their strengths, let's say. So for the chat that we've been having recently about the drag event on Sunday is like, right, I'm going to charge to 100%. I'm going to drive like Miss Daisy all the way to the track to conserve my, you know, percentage, to make sure I maximize the run, because obviously the higher the percentage, the better on the older Tesla stuff. A hill climb track might be a good venue. Well, also I was thinking about maybe just, the thing is, it takes so much organization and money and time I haven't got. There's so many runways in Northamptonshire, you know, having a runway to do stuff. But I think realistically, I think it's jumping on the back of other events, and I'll just call it an EV meet there, and we'll just come in force. Sounds a bit dodgy. And like I said, show the EVs what's going on. Where is a hill climb track? Other than Goodwood, of course. A hill climb track. But I'm keen on doing the drag one, because obviously that's a really cool venue. We can chat there as well. Annoyingly, I've got some Chargeheads flags, and I've had another car. Well, I'll tell you what, if anybody is going to the Santa Pod event on Sunday, please let me know if you're not running, and we'll have your car somewhere, and if it's okay, I'll put the Chargeheads flags on there. But I need to know beforehand, because I don't want to have anything in my car, because I'll probably take out the rear seats and as much as possible, because I want to get the best possible time. I want a 11.7 ideally. But yeah, I think, oh, there we go. I've been rabbiting on for half an hour and there wasn't even a subject. I'm going to have to change the subject from will skills shortage kill EVs to Tim's rant about Goodwood Festival of Speed. I think that's about it. Oh, yes. I've got something else as well. You know, I don't know if you guys have seen it or girl, that I've got a rear screen on the Tesla Model 3 now, which I did the fitting, and I actually fitted it, and it's working really well. I used the back massager on the way home, actually, which I very much enjoyed. And what was I saying? Another company's contacted me and said, oh, do you want to review some of our products? And I was thinking, oh, okay, my rear spoiler, which I bought off my friend, which was secondhand, you know, trying to keep carbon footprint down. Tesla Model 3 Performance rear spoiler, it started to unlacquer, so much so that water's got underneath it. It looks horrific. So I thought, treat myself to a rear spoiler. It's a bit out there. It's not a massive big gay wing or anything like that, but it's out there. It's black and red. I might change the red to white, but watch this space, because there'll be a video of that coming soon. Chelsea Walsh is a hill climb place. I don't even know where that is, Zoe, I'm afraid. I'm sure it's a good place, but like I said, I don't think it's possible just to do an EV only event without some serious sponsorship and people to help. and I'm not really that interested in doing a static event. It needs to have some action. It needs to have excitement to keep my ADHD at bay, or whatever it is that seems to be making me as I am. But I think we'll leave it there, people. But please give us a like, give us a comment. Please watch any of the videos that you haven't already seen. And the brake upgrade was good. I've been utilizing them today. So yeah, I will change the title of this, and I will hopefully see some of you at Santa Pod, and keep an eye out for the Goodwood Festival of Speed video. And thank you very much for joining us today. It's Neil Worcester. Okay, no worries. Is anybody else, while I sort out the cat, has anybody got any other questions at all? Anything that they want me to? Oh, so no, it's not like. Sorry, I'll share this. I didn't want to say at the time, you mustn't try and offend these days. I'm trying to be less PC, if I'm being completely honest. So not like Bug Zapper's Big Gay Wing. And I didn't say it on the video, but yeah, that is massive. But it is a track car. There is a health and safety element to that Beetle, to be honest. I nearly took my eye out with it. But what was I going to say? It's gone. There was something else. Yeah, if anyone's got any ideas of any particular content, or any venues, or if they see an event they think, oh, that looks really good, because obviously we're in event season now. I want to try and get a few more things in. I want to get at least one more dry weather event in, if not a couple more in. But as I look after the cat, I say let her in. If you've got any more questions, and then I'll wrap it up, guys, if that's all right. The cat and dog, round 1 fight. No, there's no more questions. I'm glad that everyone still stayed on, and it's a big shame that Ralph wasn't able to make it. So let's just see what's going on with Ralph. No, he must be I say exposed, indisposed. But again, thanks everyone for jumping on. Not on next week, just to reiterate, on the following week, because I'm going to be actually I might have another similar one like this, actually, because I think I'm about in the evening, but it will be a lastminute.com. But yeah, keep an eye out on the socials anyway. But yeah, thanks for checking in, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.